Alright. It's Breya. Etherium Shaper. 4 color, not green. 4 mana, 4/4. Human. When it enters, you get 2/1/1 flyers that are Thopters and artifacts, both notable here. You sack 2 artifacts, you lightning bolt someone's face or a planeswalker, which feels really lame because you can't lightning bolt creatures. However, the next thing is you just Grasp of Darkness? I think that's what that is. -4/-4 and a creature, so if they're not going to give you lightning bolt, you just get something a little bit better. Really nice. And then you gain 5 life. Don't really envision that being super useful. Sacking 2 artifacts is a bit of a steep cost, even though it comes with 2 artifacts. There are ways to multiply your Thopter tokens, which to me feels a little slow. Like if you're playing Anointed Procession, and then you play this the next turn, you now have 4 Thopters, but you took a turn off to do that, and this is a format that kind of ends on turn 4, so yeah. Paradox Engine isn't inherently a combo situation in this 99, and maybe I could make it that. We do have an incredibly deep amount of cards we can play, and you have to only play 99. It's just the first chunk of 99 that I'm running. But this is still a crazy value engine most of the time, and it doesn't take much for you to just suddenly win the game with a card like this. But at its very worst, it gives your creatures vigilance, and I don't know if that's good enough on its own, but we'll see. We'll see. There's definitely things I can run with this. I mean, this needs no introduction. A bunch of artifacts, matters cards, Emery, Urza, all that jazz. Mana rocks. I'm not running value lands. This is extremely color intensive. Maybe so intensive that I don't want any doubled up colors like these cards. But for now, we're making exceptions. But I don't really expect to play this on turn 3 with a single mana rock, which is not a good sign. But who knows? There's a lot of things going on here that make it pretty easy to like at least get 3 of your colors every game. So yeah, let's see what happens. These are artifacts. No idea which one's first. Probably doesn't really matter. Davriel is very interested in long, grindy games. I'll tell you that much. Okay, that's useless, and you can have a random card out of my deck. Go for it. Let's get Cold Steel Heart in play, I think. Is that what we do? No, we play this. I think this is a card that's really annoying, so I'm going to cast it. It's probably like a turn my opponent has to just straight up kill it. Alright, we did. I would have preferred to see a different thing kill it, but it is what it is. Let's do blue. Correct. Alright, this is a Davriel with no mana rock. You don't normally see that. Like, ever. Sure. Springleaf Drum. Not the greatest here. Do I cast it? Probably. I don't know why I would forego investing my mana now. Our board presence is just universally terrible. This is a card that would just make VAT completely useless. That's another thing. I get Graveyard Hate would just nullify your VAT. Anyways. And yeah, Reanimate can target your opponent's graveyard, which is insane. Oh look, it died. No way. Well, this is bad. I don't like my situation. So, Brainstorm or Kapoo. I think I'm playing Kapoo. This probably demands a sweeper, I think. I don't have to crack my fetch land. Huh, they got the same deal twice. That's really funny. It's improvised. It's not tapping for mana. It's just improvised. Excuse me. Convoked. I convoked it. Alright. They got the best positive, but not the best negative. Still interested in losing life. The One Ring, though, that's a good card. Could have pushed for more damage, but I'm a potato. I forgot to play artifacts pre-combat. Yeah, we're gonna cast Imscure here. It's not for that much, but it is what it is. Okay, that's a really good card here. Alright, so we sort of missed 1 damage. Ragavan has haste, and that could be annoying. This is also kind of... No, we can just do better than both of those cards. I don't necessarily regret not shuffling first, but... We still have Brainstorm. I don't know how they're not just grabbing Damnation? Pretty sure this is pretty straightforward. I don't know how it isn't. Okay, no Damnation. That is insane. Okay. That is insane. Let's get you... Sure. Well, I could just lose to my opponent gaining too much life, which is currently the case. Let's play you pre-combat. I'm not even sure what I'm supposed to do here. This is all just terrible. It's just too much life here. They could have... They probably did get a board wipe, so... I don't think really anything matters, and they just realize they don't actually have to cast it. They can just take damage and move on. Because they're just gaining too much life. Yeah. There's probably something just worse than a... Like, worse to see than a sweeper. Sure. I could have dealt 3 damage to them. No. Because I'll... No. I'm not gonna do that. Alright, well, Davriel's gained about 35 life. Or more than that, actually, shoot. This has to be a war... No, this has to be a sweeper. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. They just realized they didn't have to cast it that very turn. I can't lose life on this anymore. Yeah, I mean, we're just losing. We're just losing so quickly. It's just, like, I don't know if anything I do matters. Just losing each turn. I'm just falling behind, and I'm not gaining any advantage. I'm just falling more and more behind. Get rid of these 2, I guess. Nothing even matters. No, nothing matters. I can counter Davriel and then lose to some other card, I guess. What happens to the... You just get the creature forever from the Darkness Crystal? Okay. I probably should counter this. Because Wash Away's not doing much beyond this point. So... Okay, I didn't have to shock myself, but you know what? I did, and you can't stop me. I did not have to shock myself. Because I'm not sure if I'm actually activating the One Ring. Although... Maybe I am. Yeah, alright. I guess we are. Oh, another totally dead card. Excellent. Another essentially totally dead card. Right? Basically. Alright, well, I mean, if everything goes in my favor perfectly for the rest of this game, and the final, like, 2 or 3 turns, my opponent can actually die. It's on the table of things that can happen. I've dealt over 60 damage. Okay, stop having all the perfect answers, please. Okay, they take my Housed Meld, which is awful, awful for me. Okay. Oh wait, they didn't take the... They didn't take it, never mind. They did not take it. They didn't take it, okay. Sure. They didn't get any game-winning cards. Are we winning this game? No way. Well, we don't have it yet. We don't have it yet. No. Never mind, I got excited. Yeah, no. It's close, but it's not quite there. Alright, so -4, -4. That thing. Get rid of the 2 Thopters? I guess I get rid of the mana, because the 2 Thopters could genuinely matter. This does shrink those things. I am going to draw with the One Ring here, for sure. Could have technically done that first. Well, I'm not going to sack the One Ring yet. I have sack it next turn. You have to draw. I can't afford to do that. Okay. Draw again. Okay, let's sack now. Have to. Let's actually do this. Just to be mana efficient. Sack that. And the One Ring. I could gain 5 life with my commander, but play you. I don't think I can play Teleportation Circle. No, I just can't. Okay. So play you. Yeah, no, that doesn't seem like a good idea, actually. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to swing with everything. Do these get haste? No, they do not get haste. Did these get haste? No, they don't. Okay. Screw it. All in. And going to 1 gives me the ability to go up to 6. So I should do this. This gives me the ability to go up to 6. Which could matter. It could matter. Okay, what does that do? You draw a card, lose a life, proliferate, treasure token, stuff. Draw a card, lose a life. Okay, most notably, I'm not the one losing a life. Okay, good. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. Sure. Yep. You gain a bunch, sure. Yep. Okay. Sure. Yep. So, I don't have lethal. The life gain has just been ridiculous. I've done like 80 damage or something crazy. So I can cast this. Ragavan can be dashed. I can turn Breya into an 8/8, right? Is that how that works? Is that how that works, chat? Is that how that works? Dash Ragavan. Play that land. Okay, so if I minus this, what happens? Are they dead? Hold on. Are they dead? This becomes that, right? You become a copy of this. Okay. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my goodness, we did it. That's crazy. I'm at 1. That's crazy. It felt like such an uphill battle that whole game. Was it like 4 Davriels? They gained so... I mean, actually, I want to count how much damage I did over the total course of this game. Saying much if I can't interact with early mana ramp. This is interesting. It's got cards in it I haven't played in a while. Okay. Ooh, hey, I can turn 1 this. No way. Look at that. Look at us get there. Look at us get there. And still lose to cards like I just said. These ones are going to win. Yep, do that. Do that one. I think the Verge lands are alright. We have a lot of triomes. Okay, more ignores you cards. That's unfortunate. This is why tap lands are, like, borderline unplayable in my opinion, but unfortunately they're artifact lands, which I deem quite valuable. Alright, well, they haven't played anything that doesn't involve mana. Okay. Yep. I lose to Mana Drain there if they cast. They would have cast on the Celestius though. Okay, let's make this a Thopter. Oh yeah, I can actually touch the Thought Monitor. That's interesting. I think I'm playing this, though. I think I'm playing that. Liliana the Veil, fortunately, doesn't just win the game here. What do I get rid of? I think this is probably my weakest card. I think so, yeah. It feels like... all these are solid, so yeah, that's fine. Okay, that's a land. Let's go to combat first. My opponent actually discarded... oh, they discarded Go for the Throat. That is so funny. That's actually hilarious. For the sake of actually playing this, I suppose I will. But there's an argument that maybe that's running into things I don't have to run into. Oh no, YouTube dropped again. Twitch, we're alone. I have no recourse to that. We'll just have to eat it. Wait till they come back. Alright, well, like I said, I'm playing into Dumbness, and of course we're playing into Dumbness. There's no reason to do anything, I guess. I might as well for the... just so I can say I did it. Yep, that has to go to the command zone. Yeah, the OBS is telling me that YouTube is chugging. Maybe it's not dead, but... I don't really think it matters what land I get. I do need white and blue, I guess. So I can play my commander again. Do this, have 2 mana left. I don't really like any of my options here. Alright, commander it is, I guess. Commander it is. Fortunately, Liliana doesn't just win on its own. Bro, I mean, I just can't seem to play the game against anybody today. Okay, calm down, please. Get rid of that at this point. Yep. Alright, well, if they draw a land, we're kind of screwed. Alright, that doesn't look like a land. Oh, and of course, it was a land. Alright, we just sandbag it. Of course we do. Yep. Of course we do. Alright. Look at it go. I can flicker my commander. This makes, I can copy my opponent's commander. I don't... right? I can. Does that really... ugh. I guess there's value in that. They're not going to block my commander, so I can just swing with it. Like, it doesn't make sense to block it, right? It doesn't make sense. Okay. So I can copy it, and I'd have 4 left over. They'd have to commit something to stop that. What if I just copied Witness Protection? What if I did that? Oh, that's actually... oh, yeah. Oh, this is great. Ah, taste it. Haha. Play this. Play that. Oh, yeah, alright, that's good. That's good. We like that. I found the line. I found the line. It requires my opponent to draw out of it. We found the line. I don't know why I want to copy Liliana. I don't feel like that makes for a good idea there. I think permanently stopping Muldrotha is really valuable. They can't even target themselves with Liliana because I'm going to kill it. I think I will sack the 1/1s into 4/4s, but I do lose flyers, and non-flyers can't swing because I don't want my opponent to block with Muldrotha, obviously. This is a weird instance where maybe making a 4/4 is just wrong, but I'm still going to make it. It's still just a 4/4. It's hard to say, hard to quantify. But again, I'm not really swinging with that, so. Alright, well I thought we were screwed, but looks like we're not. Let's play this. Yep. Okay. Let's not forget to do this now. Go there. It's up to my opponent to get out of this now. River's Rebuke has already been played. We survived it, which is nice. Repurposing Bay can find a 5? Oh no, it's not an artifact anymore. I can't sack my commander. Okay. Yeah, we'll just cast this. That's fine. They are in top deck mode, so. And I can't really think of anything to look for with Repurposing Bay that matters right now. I'm winning by a large margin right now, so I don't feel like I have to blitz for anything with Repurposing Bay. Get rid of Black Market? Sure. The irony of Bajuka Bog out of Muldrotha is funny. I mean, you can swing with it. Oh, no, you can't. You can't swing with it, because then I swing back at you with like 6 trillion. Yeah, that doesn't really work out. Yeah, the more 4/4s we make, the easier it is to Alpha Strike. We could probably just full stop do it right now. Swing at my opponent for a bajillion zillion. This is good, but it's not necessary. Yeah, it's good, but I don't need it. I think we can swing all out, because my opponent recasting their commander doesn't get them anything out of the graveyard. So we can actually just swing all out. Like, they have to commit 8 mana to recast it, and it's not reanimating anything that matters. No reason to play like this super sweaty line where we just don't swing for 10 years. Alright, Repurposing Bay. I don't think I can kill them. There's nothing to tutor for that can kill my opponent with the Apprentice here. Let's just sack this and our deck will do the thinking for us. Just find anything, I don't know. Braided Net's interesting. Scrap Trawl. Oh yeah, Scrap Trawler. There we go. That way, if our board is taken care of, we can potentially find something there. They scryed first. They probably didn't want to do that. They probably wanted to scry later. Right? Yeah, because they shuffled away what they just scryed to the bottom. Okay. Well, I mean, it's down to a top deck regardless. So, it's down to a top deck. My opponent has to draw something. Upkeep Scry. Yeah. Again, I think this might not have been... Don't you need double blue for that? Yeah, you floated the wrong color. They messed up. Yeah, they're missing a mana now. Hopefully it doesn't matter, but... Alright, yeah. Not very likely. I mean, River's Rebuke is already gone, and it actually does not answer anything. I could just rebuild. Wow, alright, well, against the slowest commander in the format, we were able to do stuff, even though it had, in the early game, the green ignores you thing going on into a sweeper. Whatever. Bridge. Alright, well, it's an ignores you deck. Let's play Arcane Signet? I think so. Does it have trample? No, it doesn't. Opponent played the same card 2 turns in a row. And I can cast my commander? I guess? Okay, so black, white, blue, red. Yeah. Godless Shrine. We did it. We played it on turn 3. Look at that. It actually is possible. This is non-creature, right? Yeah. I think I have to kill this thing. So I shall kill you. I think I just straight up have to do that. And there's no reason to copy anything, right? No, not really. There's also no reason to swing with the 4/4. Although I could have just swung with it. It is possible to swing with it. I don't know, I'm at 15. It's pretty easy to get, like, removal and die. Okay. I don't have a good scrap trawler situation. I'll lead with this. Cut down. Okay, let's cut down you. Attacks, you gain 1 life for each. I don't really care about this. It's funny, I don't care about the mana generator, I only care about the, other stuff. I can copy this, have 2 mana to kill Llanowar Elves. So copy... Oh, it doesn't actually matter. Oh, but I should copy the Baleful Strix, huh? No, we're gonna copy... Wait. Oh, becomes a copy. Chat, I'm an idiot. Alright, it doesn't do anything like I thought it did. Never mind. Good thing I didn't do it. Its minus is even worse than I thought. Even worse than I thought. It will be good with Scrap Trawler, I suppose, right? Artifact comes a copy of another artifact. Yeah, it's good with Scrap Trawler. I'll give it that. We didn't lose early to the deck that has played nothing but mana. That's interesting. What does that do? I'm seeing a bunch of elves I haven't seen before. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, just tap your turn and tap it. Okay. Sure. It's kind of cool. You double your tapping for your elves. That's neat. I've never seen that card before. They can just remove the Baleful Strix? Okay, they choose not to. I suppose that's fair. It's debatable if you should. Alright, let's do the thing. We just go here. Wait, hold on. Yeah, alright, so we go... target artifact becomes the copy of another target artifact. So you become a copy of you. I should swing first, huh? Correct. You become a copy of you. And then I sacrifice Scrap Trawler. So kill that. Sacking you and you. This should get back the Baleful Strix. Yep. Replay the Baleful Strix. Oswald, huge. Maybe. Who knows? I certainly don't. Oswald is incredibly scary, so... yeah, we got the value, but, I mean, it's slow, but our opponents have been at the same pace as us, so I'm having a good time right now, not gonna lie to you. That just finds another elf, sure. This can easily function on, like, one land. I'm not killing their mana dorks at, like, a pace that, yeah. What does this do? Okay, currently doesn't really do anything. Alright, that was I mean, it's a draw. It's a draw. No text on it. Can't really sack it to Oswald, even though it has a lot of CMC. It doesn't really do that much. So now I'll brainstorm. I don't have a shuffle. Yes, I do. I have Oswald. Oh! Alright, let's put these back. Not again, please. Not again, no. Let's just put you in play. Tap this for white for Oswald. No idea what we get. Let's find out. This is interesting. Actually, all of these are interesting. Repurposing Bay is cool. This is extremely scary, but I currently don't have really anything that goes with it. Yeah, let's get the Braided Net. Oh, I can craft it immediately? I thought you had to remove all the tokens or counters. Alright, let's tap down you. Let's... oh, there's so many things I can do. You be a copy of you. I'm not gonna craft the thing quite yet. Alright, we did it. Opponent couldn't handle the grindy dance. That is my artifacts. Do I play my forest? Or do I not play my forest? A conundrum, truly. Both of these cards that would have been really good. Probably game-winning if I had them. Last game, tragic. Well, we put the interaction in to have it. Just haven't had it when we needed it. Let's play this fetch land and get random generic triome of indeterminate value. This one. We can chain to the rocks. We can do it. We can do it. Winding Constructor. What? Alright. And I think we're trying to get the One Ring again? Here? Yeah. Definitely. So, chain to the rocks. That thing. Play you tapped. Swing. This blows up my chain to the rocks. I'm surprised I didn't just cast their commander. That's actually kind of odd. Fair enough. I feel like I would, though. No, damage is valuable. It's definitely valuable. Alright, if they value that so much, then... no, we'll just cast our commander. We'll just cast our commander. I think Wash Away still must be left up here. Okay, never mind. Stone Coil Spagoo, sure. Okay, I should have countered. I should have dealt with that sooner, but I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. It should not be a 10-10. They're just straight up not casting their commander. Huh. I guess there's no reason to. Yeah, there's no reason to, right? Why even bother? Yeah, I should have swords first. Let's play this, play that. Not sure what I'm even doing now. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm even doing here. Blue. You. I'm technically not dead, but might as well be dead, honestly. Okay, that doesn't let you put counters on the One Ring anymore? Why did you... Wait a minute, couldn't they swung with, like, super lethal here? Oh, can I push this? Oh. Almost didn't see that, wow. Fatal push a 10-10. What?! Why did you concede? Yeah, my right thumb is just... My right thumb just cracks to no will of my own. I think we're going to turn one strike it rich. I think that's okay. Even though the rest of my hand is like, I don't know. I'm not playing this next turn. I'm not using the treasure token. Yeah, I'm not playing that next turn. I expect probably a mana rock here. Feels like that's the most oh, look at that. Wow. Okay, I will actually play this with the treasure token. I will play that. That's a pretty easy one. I do not have a mountain. I can get a mountain, though. This is flash? Nope. Probably just more mana, though, right? Okay. It's not really what I expected in the slightest. So... I do kind of lose the game to my commander getting countered, so now we'll just cast the Gadgeteer. It also lets me play a tap land. This is something I don't necessarily lose to getting countered. Okay, they're just skipping right over their commander for Garuda. I don't think Waste Not works with what I've seen so far, so I still don't understand fully what's going on. We can just give them mana. It's fine with me. Yeah, it's not super likely they end up using it. There are some good cards to hit off of key. Again, I don't think my commander in play is a solution to anything, so I'm just simply not going to cast it. Again, I can discard a land here pretty easily. I can't imagine they have Stifle. Demonic Tutor, get rid of Verge. Go to combat. If they have some sort of haste combo that one-shots me, congratulations, but I'm not going to not swing. Okay, they held 25 years of priority. Why did they do it? Let's see. Apparently for absolutely no reason. You got it. Let's kill that immediately, because I deem it to be quite threatening. I'm not even going to hesitate. I'm not going to activate that because waste not. I don't have a land to discard. Okay, opponent is reading Breya. I think that's a good sign. Is it a good sign? I don't know. Okay, so we get some stuff. Kozilek is wild, by all means. Oh, they didn't take it? Tragic. That is nuts. This is another card to flicker over and over, like Garuda and this. We've dealt with one of them. Get that one. Could be flicker stuff going on over there. Alright, let's cast this. 1, 2... 3, 4... 5, 6. I'm not going to chain to the rocks. I can leave up double Breya activation. Just things that deal with Atris? Call it the Oracle. That's what we'll call it. Alright, so they didn't flicker it. But oh my goodness, have they been holding priority. They have not done anything with it though yet. No counter spells, no removal. Sure. Everyone's just playing the play pattern card lately. Call it Atris. Well, I can't deal damage to you, so you have free reign to do whatever you want, kinda. Okay, they choose not to. That works out for us. You just crack some boots opens, I guess. Okay. Forensic Gadgeteer coming in hot. Doing stuff. With things. Because of Waste Not, I'm still not going to draw discard or anything. Alright. Haven't actually played that one yet. That's interesting. Suppose we lead with this. It might just counter anything I cast, so I'll just lead with this card instead of 1000-Year Spadoodle. Okay, worked out. Worked out quite nicely, actually. Alright. Let's do that. Let's do this. Yeah, it's decent when it works. When the game looks like this. I think I will cast this? No. I think I should leave up... Yeah, alright. The shock was incorrect. I should have just not shocked myself. That was a mistake. Who knows? Maybe I'd double activate, but certainly not confident that that was right. I'm kind of just banking on them flickering their commander. They have a bunch of even stuff for Garuda. They went straight for it. This is in their deck, so they can just start casting them. Yeah, you should always play your lands first, but I mean, sometimes you forget. Sometimes it matters what land you play, depending on if your spell resolves. There's reasons. But most of the time, you just play the land first. Cemetery Desecrator. Okay. Remove. Okay. Uh-huh. This kills my commander? No, it kills the 10/10. Right? Yep. This goes for the 10/10, right? Don't target Kappa Cannoneer, that doesn't work. Okay, so it does. Let's kill my opponent's actually, that's probably wrong. They haven't shown me anything to do with it. Let's just lightning bolt them. So poke you, sack this and one of these. Fine with me. I might as well. They do have the One Ring in play. 3 damage is 3 damage. Cemetery Desecrator is wild. You. Play you. Probably safe to just cast it now. Maybe. I guess. Yeah, why not? What's the worst that could happen? Surely we don't lose the game because we cast a 2-mana 5/5? How much does it draw? I don't know, I didn't bother counting. I don't even know if I needed to make the treasure token first. And I'm gonna leave my mana up. Transit Mage can't find anything that I could then cast, so... Alright, slightly less damage because I got rid of my flying, so they could have been at 5. They could have been at 5 if I didn't do what I did. I can sacrifice 2... Wait a minute, are they dead? If they do something here, I think they're dead, right? To the One Ring, double lightning bolt? Do I go for it? Not much ruins me if I do. We'll see. I guess if they don't make a move, then they just get to untap. Because I didn't see it in time. Okay. Wait, what does that do? So there are the flicker things. Let's put a stop here. I'm just gonna min-max it and... But they should just be dead to double sacrifice. Because the discount here, I can do it twice, right? One that played quite a few strange cards. But I suppose you can do whatever you want, as long as it's even with Garuda. It doesn't matter what the creature is. I don't... Okay, they killed the thing that doesn't do that much anymore? Oh, well, I mean, it can. It can. Alright, let's sack you and you. And then we do it again. Sack you and you. I could have... Oh, I could have done it 3 times? Oh, I could have done it 3 times. Okay. Could have done it 3 times. Didn't even notice. Didn't even notice. I sacked the treasure token too late. Oh wait, but I have to sack the treasure token for mana. I have to sack the treasure token for mana. Oh wow, they found a way to live. But I don't think it's going to work long term. Because Kappa will still kill them. I can also recast my commander, and that will just kill them. So, yeah, I don't think there's much they can do here. But hey, they technically found a line that kept them alive. There can't be a 3-mana card here, and they can't recast the One Ring. Well, they can, but it wouldn't save them. Yeah, it's only evens, because Garuda was a partner, so there's no, like, random something. They also just got rid of all of their blockers. I'm not sure what that's about. It's interesting. Okay, now there are no cards they could possibly have. Grief doesn't do it. Subtlety doesn't do it. Alright, not sure what the idea of attacking there was. They shouldn't have attacked, right? I mean, they just lost their blockers. There's no reason. Like, if you hold these back, this becomes unblockable, right? Yeah, so all I need to do is cast... Wait, cast an artifact? Okay, anything. So if I played this, they would be dead. Now, they know I could cast this, but they could have probably just left up a counterspell? They obviously didn't have one, but you should probably just force it. I mean, they're so dead, though, right? Like, I have... Yeah, they're at 1. There's not really much coming out of here. So, yeah, we didn't really find out what Waste Not was doing. Well, that's a little too late. Guess I'll cast it anyways. Oh, or we just lose to Mana Drain. That also works. It's also an enjoyable experience. Yeah, you can play Keranos if you always have Mana Drain. I will say that. Oh, they don't have it. We're saved, sort of. Maybe. I don't know. The game continues. I'll say that. Sure. Okay. So, human. When did I play Keranos? I don't even want to look. I'm old. Scared to see. The value is there. It's definitely there. Okay, opponent figured out they want it to do nothing. Interesting. Okay. Remand? Can't be reprieve, so... No, no remand here. I don't know. Neither does my opponent. Alright. Okay, well, I'm gonna push more damage. I'm gonna play the Emery. Emery hits Scrap Trawler, interesting. I'm not playing around anything. I have almost the lethal lightning bolts I need to win. Sure. I don't think they can actually even cast Chandra. Or if they do, they probably have to generate mana. Otherwise they're almost just completely dead. Sure. Opponent, that's not the Weeb Brainstorm. What are you doing? Of course they have it. Why not? Let's do this. Here. Let's get random Triumph, because I don't need anything specific. Alright, well, that's step one of things to do for the opponent. They kept that card on top. Interesting. Oh, this is very, very good. Yeah, it's uncounterable here too, so that is quite good here. They kept Chandra. That's what they chose to do. Okay, that's a really scary card. Hopefully we can still beat it. Moderately likely. We'll see. Quite significant, though. Okay, well, we're literally drawing nothing but lands. It's definitely not helping. Okay. Wash Away could have value later. They probably wanted to hold on to that. I probably would have. Oh no, they're just dead. Now they need Stifle? Now they need Stifle. Alright, never mind. I guess the Wash Away wasn't doing anything. Wait, do I have a land? Shoot. Okay, I do. We're good. I mean, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna not go for it. Yep. That's funny. Caramel's lightning bolted me, but I just lightning bolted it. Alright, looks like Cavernous Souls was extremely useful on top of the them not having mana drain that one turn, which would have been problematic as well. Nice. Yeah, I mean, okay, to be fair, Keranos in this game without Cavern would have been pretty good, though Kappa Cannoneer is definitely very scary. But they are drawing a bajillion cards a turn, and they're untapping all their stuff. It's just, when you're playing blue-red control, and you don't have super efficient counterspells, like with Cavern, actually, even if you do, there's a lot of things you have to make sure you're answering, and you have to answer them consistently, right? Like, they needed the spot removal for Ragavan, probably. They needed the sweeper. They needed the card advantage. They also, because of the Cavern in this specific example, this game, they needed counterspells too. Like, you need a bunch of things to go right. Also, the lightning bolts here aren't killing really anything of mine, and they're just going face, which is not really where you want to send this. They were close to getting enough devotion to hit me for a lot of damage, but yeah, blue-red control just needs a lot to have happen in their favor, and that it can be quite difficult, but it's fun when it works. Okay, so this commander is actually very enjoyable, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it's because I wasn't just playing Mana Drain, and that didn't end half the games I played, but when you have games, and the matchups that this had let me do this, when you have these really long, grindy games, this is a really fun commander, and when games don't end on turn 3, you know, both of you are doing your thing, there's interaction. Felt like this commander had me feel like I was playing the format as it was like 2 years ago, which is really nice. It's quite enjoyable. There's still, obviously, those games where your opponent just steamrolls you with, like, Llanowar Elves Cultivate, and nothing you do matters, because they're too far ahead. But outside of those games, it was quite enjoyable. I liked the amount of interaction I had. The artifact matter stuff was actually useful. You have access to a lot of different things because this is 4 colors. the Dismember, or I keep calling it Dismember, the Grasp of Darkness. The -4/-4 is very useful, and the 3 damage actually going over my opponent's board did come up once or twice. I don't think I ever lightning bolted a Planeswalker. There were some that I maybe could have had the option to and didn't. There was definitely that Ujin game where we had quite a handful of mistakes, but I don't know, I was stun locked from not being able to play anything that had colors on it, because that's how Ujin operates. But yeah, I think I navigated it wrong at least once or twice with that. But yeah, the mana rocks and stuff were nice. We didn't have like this all-in ridiculous Paradox Engine thing we could do, but anytime this is in play, your opponent sort of has to deal with it. It doesn't really matter what you're doing with it. It doesn't take much for this card to be disgusting. But if you really want to go heavier into some kind of combo situation with it, it's certainly possible. And it wouldn't take that much to get that going. I did one of the largest changes, actually I think maybe the only major change. I think I went into the deck builder once, really, for real at least. And had taken out some pricey jank for more interaction, so I could, have games where I'm not just losing to Llanowar Elves or like other things. I don't really know. You think about it. You think it probably exists. Like Drown in the Loch didn't start in here. Baleful Strix was nice, but I thought maybe that this is just actually better. The long, slow, grindy cards are great in those matchups, dead in matchups that aren't those matchups. And even in long and grindy matchups, you don't have to have a bunch of those cards, right? Like Emry, you don't need 12 Emry effects in your grindy 3-drop spot. You don't need, 4 of these flipped to suddenly be a problem. The first one's kind of spooky, and then it flips, and it's just continuously spooky. So I'm not really sure about the flickering effects. I don't think a single time, I cast Ephemerate, so I ended up taking it out. Same with this card, just never did it. Same with this one, once I put it in, it never showed up and was in play and did anything. There's not a lot to truly flicker here, but the mages are nice. Urza is nice. Obviously your commander making tokens is okay. It's not great. Thought Monitor, this. Technically Emry can mill again. I guess he could do that too. There's some things, but there's not a lot to essentially flicker. I don't even know if I like Medicant Core. The speed mechanic is really not great for this kind of deck. You can lightning bolt them if you just can't swing for whatever reason. Can't fly with a 1/1. You're going to do it. It's just clunky. The payoff here is kind of low. It is scary, up front, maybe a 10-3 or something like that, or a 7-3. It's it's a lot of damage maybe, but it's not the scariest. I will say the lands worked out. I was doing Shocklands, Triomes, and the new check lands, not the old ones. The old ones like Hinterland Harbor and stuff, I wasn't running those. I was running the Verge lands. Oh, and the Pain lands. These things deal 1 damage to you. And I felt pretty comfortable with my mana base. That is to say, the tap lands with the bridges definitely were the weak point. And I'm not 100% sold that you need that many more artifacts, that this is worth it. But if you like having a high artifact count with this, you can sacrifice your bridge. It is an artifact, right? Your Kappa Cannoneer sees it. Your Improvise does not see it because they tap either way. It doesn't matter. Your Affinity cards see it, so Monitor or Thoughtcast. The Constructs see it with Urza and stuff. There's things that care about your artifact lands. But for the most part, not the most amazing things. You do set yourself up for a Braid, because they are Oh no, these are the only two that get abraded. They're not indestructible. I think we did actually play one of these on turn 1 and get abraded. I think that happened. I'm not sure. I wasn't 100% paying attention to the game. I was just talking to chat. But I think we did get one of these abraded, which is funny. I don't know if I won or lost that game. I can't remember. But yeah, so the tap lands, the only weak part of this mana base. The other thing about this meta base is the value lands that are colorless to me are completely unplayable. Like, I didn't even entertain the idea of playing any value land here. That's, I gotta just look at the colorless ones. Like, oh, we do get the city's blessing, so this could matter. Or what else? Probably not Blast Zone. Definitely not these. Like, this isn't a thing. Karn's Bastion is kind of weird. No, that's not really a thing. Inventor's Fair feels free because it has relevant text and you care about all of this. If you are super heavy into your, like, Paradox engine and stuff, sure. If you think I'm a total fool for just not playing it to begin with, sure. But this is colorless. The mana cost of this is insane. You are not playing this if you've played this in your first, 3 lands. And that, to me, is vastly more significant than whatever this can do 10 years later. So, same with there's another one, the Vault. I mean, you have to find something to discard. You have to have this as a mana sink that you're willing to do. Like, now this, to me, is not even a real card. I would not play this or the Darksteel Citadel. Because, again, not just because they're colorless, but it's not like the thing they're doing is even that crazy. Right? Like, let's say you convince me that you shouldn't play them. Because... Or let's say you're trying to tell me I should play it, and I'm like, well, no. You can't really come at me with the angle that, oh, it's an artifact, because it's not worth it. You could just play another card that's an artifact that's similar, like actually Mox, maybe even. I wasn't running the Mox, though. There's just a lot of problems with these. I don't have to speak up a whole hypothetical over it. What else? Urborg probably could have been in here, and honestly, maybe should have been in here. There were some times where that could have mattered. I don't know. Black specifically wasn't the issue, right? Getting quote-unquote color screwed. Black would not have really been the issue that... I would probably prefer to play, whatever the island one would be. We have the green and the black one. I don't think there's a blue one yet. Yavimaya is the green one, I think. But, that's not... We would play the blue one, I'll say that. Yeah, so colorless lands will just get you into trouble, and sort of just like how man lands, I think, are just basically unplayable because they're not worth entering tapped. The colorless lands are not really worth the value that they bring. Like Buried Ruin. Oh, that was it. Buried Ruin. You can reanimate an artifact if it's an important artifact. It's like, oh, I really wish I could get it. There's got to be a better way to deal with that instead than play this colorless land that sometimes has value. Also, sacrificing your land for the thing it can do is not free, right? You are a very, very mana-hungry deck. Your commander really, if you want it to have abilities, you really got to have mana to use this and also do, like, anything else. So, sacking your lands is, like, not only your whole turn of investment, you're just losing a land to do that. And that's not free in a deck like this. So yeah, the utility lands are not really that great to me. But there's certainly over 200 cards, I would say, that this could probably play, unironically. I even had a Johnny in here, because, I don't really need many red permanents. This is a red permanent. A Johnny with any amount of board presence, which this generates, is kind of a big deal, dealing a lot of damage. So I think a Johnny probably could just go right back in here without me feeling like I've just pivoted into an aggro deck instead of whatever this was, a grindy value deck. You can really mix or match whatever. This is one of the commanders that you could play 3 times with 3 vastly different situations. Although maybe a bit more overlap than, say, like Celeste. Because Celeste has a whole bunch of different ways you could play this card, right? Like I keep talking about this one. In fact, I didn't even end up playing the third one. It was like we played the 5-minute reanimate. This is the combo one, I think. Yeah, this is the combo one with the persist nonsense, and then there's like the grindy mid-range reanimate stuff that you could do with it or whatever. But this is in the same boat with, some would argue, probably a wider range of options. It is a little bit restricted to artifacts, but, well, guess what? There's a ton of artifacts in Magic Arena, so you probably do have maybe less quote-unquote flex slots than like Celeste does, maybe. But, you know, if you like artifacts, this is definitely a go-to commander. I've been wanting to play this for quite a while, and it's one of those ones I can definitely return to every, like, year, maybe even less time than that, given the amount of sets that come out every year. Like, picture playing this with, like, some sort of Doc Ock Spider-Man cards, that all these artifact nonsense that might show up later, or rather soon. Even the vehicle stuff, right? We're getting a set in 2 seconds that really likes what this is about, I would imagine. There's a lot of artifacts in that next set in 2 seconds. So, could play this again. Who knows? But that's it. This was the 99 I settled on. Was a fan of it. Can recommend. So, let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.